I hear you clearly though. How you doing today? You doing okay?
I'm doing good. I'd like to answer your questions.
No, go ahead. Talk to me.
Well, let's start from the beginning, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So your first question was, why do women have an issue with Kevin Samuels?
No.
I said in the comments, I don't know if you saw it.
Hold on, I apologize. I don't mean to cut you off. But I specifically said black women. But I know you're not black, but I still want to have this conversation with you, okay? So I still want to have this conversation with you. But it's a lot Go ahead.
No, I respect that, and I respect the community. I watched how he treated black women. So that's where my opinion comes in.
So let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question real quick before we progress. Let me ask you this question. Did Kevin Samuels talk to black women, Asian women, Mexican women, white? Did he address all women the same, yes or no?
Yes, starting off.
Yes, he did. Kevin Samuels, the energy he had with black women, he had with all women. Now, let me ask you one more question before you progress. Did Kevin Samuels have that same energy with men? All men. Did he or did he not?
I didn't watch or see or know that he went live with men. I thought he didn't talk to men because men didn't need to speak for themselves. He was speaking for them. I remember an issue with that because a woman was like, well, why don't you ever talk to the men? And he was like, the men have already been trying to be talking and they're not being heard. So that's what I'm here for. So I didn't know he talked to men.
So, hold on. So let me help you out. Now, Kevin Samuels actually started his platform off talking to men. He talked to men first. He used to address men. He built his platform dealing with men. He did not start with women. He started with men. He didn't blow up until he started talking to women, but the man been talking to men since 2017.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't followed him since 2017.
No, go ahead.
I haven't really followed him either. He went viral for the way he was talking to people.
No. Hold on.
It's not even the things he was saying.
He didn't go viral for the way he was talking to people. He had one conversation with one woman. Now let me ask you this. Now, that conversation he had with that woman, he asked that it was a black young lady. He asked her. He said, Would you want your son, because she had a son, he said, would you want your son to date you? And that particular woman, with that Kevin Samuels went viral on, that woman said, I wouldn't want my son to date me. So how was that a problem with Kevin Samuels when that same woman that first video got on World Star, that woman said, I wouldn't even want my son to date me? Make it make sense.
Well, that's not even my point. My point with Kevin Samuels isn't exactly what he says, but it's the value he puts on women. It's not disrespectful to ask the age or weight or, the economics of your life. It's disrespectful to say your value is less than because of those things, and you don't deserve a high value man. There's high value men that have been with women, married women, accepted their children, adopted their children. That's the issue. Excuse me, I have a coughing problem.
Okay, you okay? You good?
It's not. Yeah. You understand, what I'm trying to say about it?
Hold on, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What you're saying is 100% facts, right? I totally agree with you. But you got to understand, Kevin Samuels was coming from a context of what the average man desires. Do you understand that?
Right.
So let me ask you a question.
I do understand that.
Let me ask you a real question. What's your name?
Right.
Your name is Ray?
My name is Summer.
Summer, do you think the average...
Like the season?
Listen. Do you think the average man desires you? Be honest. Like, if the average man is looking for a woman...
Me, no, but I'm not looking for a woman either.
Say it again?
No.
So, hold on, now watch this. Summer, let me ask, did I just hurt your feelings?
No.
Summer, that's all he was doing. He was asking women questions. Listen, and I said what I said respectfully. I was not trying to be disrespectful. I was not trying to demean you, but I'm just being honest. So when Kevin Samuel say, sweetheart, look in the mirror, ask yourself, does the average man in America want you? That's the only thing that he was trying to get some of these women to understand. He wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but he say, ain't the average man not checking for you?